In the words of Chad Baker-Mazara himself, dreams turned into reality. Let's go to work. Hashtag committed at USC Hoops. Chad Baker-Mazara, former Auburn Tiger, very eccentric, erratic, sometimes sensational player, has opted to go across the country to the West Coast, to Hollywood, and join Eric Musselman's USC Trojans. This is a surprising signee, I think. Cart, what's your reaction?
Well, one, them being my Trojans, I'm a little bit perplexed by this one, I must say. Also, did it say dreams to reality? That was that what it was?
Dreams to reality, correct.
Dreams to reality. That is gotta be in reference to his bank account, correct?
Maybe.
Why? Because like, what other was the dream to not play for an SEC winning team and be a starter on a Final Four team?
See, we've lost the
Is
plot.
is this the real? Is this also late ass dream? You're 27. Like I'm not one. I discovered my dream a little bit late, but I'm a podcaster, so um, it just also at the same time, never been a more must player than Chad Baker-Mazara. They are going to get along so well.
Okay. Maybe they won't, though. That's definitely part of this that I'd like to flesh out with you. I'm glad you beat me right to the punch. I can tell you're 80% through that coffee. You were ready to go for this one. This is hilarious objectively that a starter and second or third, depending on who you choose, I would say second best player on a number one seed, the number one overall seed, is saying that it's his dream to go play for a USC program that's never done anything of substance. Like that is where this sport is at, and it's funny and it's entertaining and it's definitely worth a good chuckle. But I'll just be real, as a fan of this sport, Cart, it is sad. It is sad because Chad Baker-Mazara means this. This probably is his dream to leave like the best team in the country last season, a program that was thriving and rolling and was excited about his return and banking on him in a big role for just meaningless basketball. And maybe USC will prove me wrong. To any USC fans watching this, to the friends of the program, to the friends of the Elliott family, I'm sorry for dissing this here, but Hazard family aside here, this is a meaningless basketball program. Like you can't tell me there's anything serious about this. And Baker-Mazara means this. This is dream into reality for him because apparently his dream is playing unserious basketball. And as a fan of the game as a whole, I get I'm being an old man. This is the one that broke me because I like players getting paid. But if a guy that had like the pinnacle of the sport in his hands is just like, you know what? I'd love to go be on a 500 team. We've lost. The game has lost. And that's where my my head is handling this one, Cart.
Also, like just to be a little bit more critical before we actually talk a little bit of basketball terms here. Um, I accidentally stumbled into a bar last weekend that just had like a bunch of just young kids in it. I was in Royal Oak. I just wanted some food, but I didn't get food, and it ended up being like some type of bar crossing. And I was just surrounded by young people. It just didn't feel right. I felt out of place. And the one thing for Chad Baker-Mazara is that he was old, but he was also like a part of Auburn University and a part of that team, right? Like he played there 2 years. He was going to play there another year. Everyone at Auburn accepted the fact that he was old. They loved it. He was the guy. He was their guy, right? They loved. He was elbowing people, and he was still beloved across the university and the basketball team. Now he wants to go start over damn near for one more year to go play on the West Coast for Muss. Like, dog, he's going to be walking on campus amongst 18-year-olds, and he's the new kid.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I've never been critical of that, but for some reason now this happening is just making me like cranky old man about this whole situation.
Yeah, okay, let's stop being cranky old men. We got our bars off on that, but I think we both needed to say that out loud because this one is objectively just, I don't know, it's wild. And last note on it. if he didn't use those words in his own post of this, dreams into reality, I wouldn't feel this way. Am I overanalyzing like an Instagram caption? Yes. But like, if he just commits and we get the Tipton post and he's quiet and whatever, I'm like, yeah, whatever. He got a bag, cool. But the idea of this second best player on the best team in the sport being like, it's my dream to leave that for Eric Musselman and Rodney. I'm just lost in it. I'm lost.
Yeah, it's kind of fitting though, because as good of a player as Chad Baker-Mazara is, I think he does sometimes lack a sense of reality.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I'm over, like, I'm applying this specific instance to the whole sport, and I shouldn't be because
This
there's
is this
nothing.
is his reality. Honestly, I'm okay with the wording. This is his reality.
There's nothing about Baker Mazara that applies to the whole sport. He is
Yeah,
one of one. He's unique. We interrupt this sleepers video to tell you about an offer from Underdog Fantasy. Cart, you love Underdog Fantasy, correct?
of course I do. Can I have a moment real quick?
Please. Thank you for that. In fact, I'm going to cut you off because our listeners like when we keep these short and sweet. Underdog Fantasy. Sign up as a new user. Use promo code SLEEPERS. Get bonus funds up to $1,000, 50% of your deposit match. The NBA playoffs are rocking right now. I played Underdog last week with a Cade Cunningham line. I'm looking forward to doing it throughout the entire first round of the NBA playoffs, but there's more. You can place picks on golf. You can place picks on baseball. You can place picks on the NHL playoffs that are rocking right now. Join Underdog Fantasy, promo code SLEEPERS. Support this show so that we can keep bringing videos to you. Back to the video. Most people, like I would assume you and I, Cart, most people have dreams where, like, I don't know, they're accomplishing something in their personal life, or like sometimes I have dreams where I'm on a beach. Chad Baker-Mazara has dreams that are most people's nightmares. That's a real thing. Like, I bet that Chad Baker-Mazara's dreams include like monsters in his closet. And he has a dream to go to USC and play, and he's going to get to live that out. Lost in all of this is the fact that Chad Baker-Mazara is very good at basketball. Last season, he averaged 12 points a game, 3 rebounds a game, 3 assists a game, over a steal a game, half a block a game in only 25 minutes. That's the thing. All this time, we're talking about how good he is, how versatile he is. He's never played more than 25 minutes a game. He's been at a bunch of schools, Duquesne, then San Diego State, then 2 years at Auburn, and now to USC. He's always been productive. He's always done a bit of everything. He's a big time defender. He's a big time shot maker. I think at one point last year, shot to Eric Fawcett on ball up top. This was the number one graded isolation scorer in all of college basketball. He's a pure bucket. And I think he's been a glorified role player in all of his stops along the way in college, ultimately culminating in being on a really awesome team at Auburn. I'm going to be fascinated what happens at USC because I look at Auburn last year, Cart. He could have played more than 25 minutes a game. Clearly, Pearl didn't want 35 minutes of Chad Baker-Mazara. Can any coach trust Chad Baker-Mazara to play more than 25 minutes a game? What do you think his role will be at USC?
the thing is, I think credit to him, he might have picked a school that he can play that many minutes, and they'll come whatever consequences come with that. Because there's a reason he doesn't play more than 25 minutes a game.
What is the
Outside of
reason?
because it's like I mean, honestly, this is great for you. You have two kids under two, right?
I do.
Yeah. Sometimes you know when it's time to go. You know, it's like the wake window went a little bit too long. They're getting fussy, and you can't put them down.
It's always time to go.
It's time to go. It's time to go because if you try to extend that wake window, you try to get cute because you want to have one more drink with your friends on the back patio. Be prepared to play later that night when you can't put them to bed. That's what it is. You got to cut it off at a certain point. And I thought that Bruce Pearl had a great feel on it. That's why it
You
was
did.
perfect. They had an understanding, honestly. It was a great medium of like let him rock, but you have 25 minutes to rock. Because if I let you rock for 27, you're gonna elbow someone in the head. So I'm just gonna let you rock for 25, and we're gonna be good with that.
Yeah. So okay, could this work? Because you reference your Trojans. You like this team in theory. You loved the Rodney Rice pickup. You've been adamant that even losing Des Claude and Wesley Yates, this program was going to somehow find their way forward.
Yeah.
Does Rodney Rice and Chad Baker-Mazara replacing Des Claude and Wesley Yates, does that scream upgrade to you?
Well, you know what USC does, right? Is their little like their hand signal?
Fight on?
Yeah. But you know what they do with their hand when they do it?
Do they actually fight?
No, they do this.
Oh, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm out. Peace. Goodbye. I'm good. Thank you. I was already like talking to myself, how I did actually like this team. I like to pick up a Rodney Rice. I like the freshmen that were coming in. But now Muss is bringing back Terrence Williams and adding Chad Baker-Mazara. My brother in USC. Like what? Like no. No, 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 no. This is I don't I just don't understand. Actually, I do understand.
I understand.
The
I get it
checks
from USC's perspective.
the checks cashed, and he's a good player.
USC's perspective, we need talent. We need talent. I get it. Rodney Rice is a good player. We lost Des Claude.
Let me find out that they use that the money that went to Chad Baker-Mazara could have went to Des Claude.
Well,
I'm
it
gonna
seems like Des is asking for even more than that. So,
yeah, well, piss
what do you
pop.
what do you think Baker Mazara got? If Rodney Rice got 3 million, what did Baker Mazara get?
He
Three
probably
million?
got two,
He probably got at least two. I would think 2.5, if not three.
2.6, round up to his age.
I think Baker Mazara might be a better player than Rodney Rice. He does a lot more defensively.
You're a Chad Baker-Mazara guy.
I believe in Chad Baker Mazara, the player.
I do not.
I could not believe less in Chad Baker Mazara, the personality.
I think that's one and the same.
It's kind of the whole thing here, right? So in a weird way, fun for us that he ends up in the Big Ten.
Fun.
Honestly, fun for us that he ends up in the Big Ten, but on one of those schools that's way over there. Like, I wouldn't want to cover Baker Mazara on like Purdue, but I would like covering Baker Mazara. Okay, he's over there, and once a month we'll talk about him. We're gonna do like our series we did last year, top 50 Big Ten players. Just initial gut instinct here. Baker Mazara is gonna rank pretty high, I think. Where do you think he's gonna rank on like preseason All Big Ten lists?
For who? Us? Or
Or the other guys or anybody? I don't know.
he'll be a top 25 player in the Big Ten.
He's gonna be a preseason All Big Ten player for sure.
Yep.
Like I think he'll be on the actual All Big Ten preseason teams.
Yeah, probably.
Might like in my head, I'd put him around 15 range in this conference.
Right in the Frankie Fiddler sweet spot.
Better than that. Yeah, better than that. But
Yeah, I mean, he was third team All SEC, so like, round up, he'll probably make an All Big Ten team. Yeah.
is there any world this works?
Define works.
USC makes the NCAA tournament.
I think USC makes it, but I don't think it'll be because of Chad Baker-Mazara.
If they make it, he's got to be a big part of it. He's not going to be on this team and not be a big part of it.
Okay, I'll pick sides. No, they don't make it.
Okay.
They don't make it. He doesn't finish the year. Um, yeah, I'm good.
It feels like the disaster potential has gone way up here, which is Muss doing this intentionally every year at this point? Going back to his last year at Arkansas, then last year at USC, then this year, he's had very volatile rosters almost by design. Why is he doing that?
It's like the toxic relationship you can't kick.
He can't help himself.
Can't help himself.
Got it. Got it.
It's his way of self-soothing. Did you just bite a Cliff Bar through the wrapper?
Oh, I'm not supposed to do that, am I?
No, no.
That's my physical embodiment of what Chad Baker-Mazara just did. You're not supposed to leave Auburn for USC. Damn it. Good luck to Chad Baker-Mazara and the Trojans.